You're safe. For now.
Thrown into horror. Leon S. Kennedy arrived in Raccoon City as a hopeful rookie cop, expecting a normal career. Instead, he walked into a nightmare of zombies and destruction. Forced to survive, he discovered courage and strength he never knew he had. From fear to hardened agent. In Resident Evil 2, Leon is inexperienced and frightened. The trauma of the outbreak reshapes him into a calm, confident operative by Resident Evil 4, showing how hardship forged his resilience. His complicated bond with Ada Leon shares a tense emotional connection with Ada Wong. Despite her secrecy and conflicting motives, he continues to trust her, revealing his humanity beneath his hardened exterior. A hero by obligation. After Raccoon City, Leon is forced by the US government to become a special agent. His loyalty is driven not by choice, but by pressure and responsibility. The mission that made him legendary. In Resident Evil 4, Leon rescues the president's daughter from a cult and deadly parasite, proving his mastery, confidence, and heroism. Humanity above all. Despite everything, Leon never loses compassion. He fights not for glory, but because someone must protect others. A smart, tactical fighter. Leon S. Kennedy fights with skill, not brute force. He relies on precision, quick adaptation, and efficient use of resources, making every victory feel earned. An iconic look. His leather jacket and hairstyle in Resident Evil 4 became legendary, reflecting his calm, confident personality and making him instantly recognizable. His story. Beyond the games. Leon also appears in CGI films like Resident Evil Degeneration, Resident Evil Damnation, and Resident Evil Vendetta, where he is shown as older, more burdened, and psychologically scarred by years of combat. Why he remains timeless. Leon endures because he isn't perfect. He struggles, carries trauma, and keeps moving forward, making him one of gaming's most lasting and relatable heroes. A symbol of survival, not victory. Leon S. Kennedy is not portrayed as a triumphant conqueror. Instead, he represents endurance. Many of his missions end with partial success, heavy losses, and moral ambiguity, reinforcing the idea that survival often comes at a cost. Moral conflict with authority. Throughout the series, Leon shows growing skepticism toward governments and corporations. After witnessing the truth behind Umbrella Corporation and political cover-ups, he operates with a strong personal moral code rather than blind obedience. Years of trauma and covert operations leave Leon increasingly isolated. He maintains professional relationships, but rarely forms lasting personal bonds, suggesting a life defined by duty rather than personal fulfillment. A master of controlled composure. Leon's demeanor in extreme situations reflects psychological conditioning and emotional discipline. His signature dry humor is not mere confidence, it functions as a coping mechanism against constant exposure to fear and death. The return to Raccoon City in Resident Evil Requiem. Leon's story remains inseparably tied to Raccoon City, the place where his innocence was destroyed and his identity was forged. Any return to that setting represents more than a mission. It symbolizes confronting the origin of his trauma. If his upcoming appearance in Resident Evil Requiem follows this thematic trajectory, it will likely explore closure versus unresolved guilt, the long-term psychological cost of survival, Leon confronting the legacy of the disaster that shaped his life. Ultimately, Raccoon City is not just a location in Leon's story. It is the defining event that transformed a rookie officer into one of the most enduring figures in survival horror history.